The plug in this 92 gas tank, it's been rounded off here with a pair of vice grips. It's rusted in there, it's stuck, it won't come out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove it. What you do, just saw that thing off flush. Now this right here will work pretty much on removing broken bolts. Saw that plug off flush with the end. What you do is you center punch that. Just, get her done. Center punch that. Put that drill bit in yonder, and it don't matter what size it is. Just so it'll fit your easy out. Okay, I know. Want to get a call, say, well, you didn't clamp it down. Sometimes it just ain't necessary. But what you do yonder is drill the hole in there with a adjustable wrench or some tool of appropriate size. It's supposed to come out. Now that's a little bit too tight. I don't want to take a chance on damaging the gas tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill it out to a bigger size and maybe use a Cape chisel. We'll just see what it'll take. Now when you're doing this, you do not want to drill into the thread. I ground it off to a sharp angle, and what I'm going to do is working right around yonder. I'm going to remove that seized up and I did see it move, so that's a good sign. Okay, I did see it. There it is. That's the little thing that we just drilled out. It's 1/8 inch pipe thread. At this point, what we would do, look at it. It's a pretty decent thread in there. If you need to, run a wire brush in there. If not, just clean it up with a tap. This one, like I say, is 1/8 inch pipe. And I am going to put this tank in the electrolysis. This gas tank, I'm going to put it in the electrolysis tank. So I probably will do this again. But as you can see, what we've ended up with there is a perfectly good drain thread. I'm sure you cannot see it on the camera, but it's surprisingly how good that looks. I believe it'll be a good serviceable tank. This is the second piston that I removed, and I used the same procedure to remove this piston here from this cylinder, and as you can see, one ring is stuck. I will put this one in the electrolysis tank also, and when you bring them out of the electrolysis tank, you could take a piece of wood, and most of the time you can free these rings up. This piston looks really, really good. This it actually looks better than the other one. So I will clean them both up, and we'll use the best one of the two. I'm going to use this cylinder. I think I'll put it in the electrolysis. Yes, I believe we're going to be good here. We'll hone this out and use this cylinder. It has good fins. This is not easy, removing stuck pistons. It's just not easy any way you go about it. Sometimes it can't be done. Just be cautious. Do not pull too hard and elongate your wrist pin into the rod or damage the rod cap this area. Just be cautious. Some of them you cannot do this way. It's just a possibility. On to something else now. This right here is the cylinder that had the piston and rod stuck in the cylinder. I wanted to save the rod because the piston, the head was broke off of the piston in the cylinder. It was stuck fast, and at some point someone had attempted to knock it forward and busted the top of the piston off, and they just abandoned it, and it came into my possession, thinking that the only thing I could save was the rod. But I used a cape chisel, and I chiseled away the piston down in the cylinder a little bit at a time. I have used a multitude of different chisels to chisel away a gap in the piston, and you can see I had to chip it away a piece at a time. The cylinder is surprisingly good. It has a good thread. The damage is that the fins on the cylinder are broken. So I did end up with 3 cylinders, 2 pistons, well, that brings us up to date.